Hey guys, just a quick video to show you my daily Limber series. It's worked well for me, so perhaps you can take a few of the exercises and use them yourself. So the first one is just an Achilles stretch and a little bit of mobilization. Here I'm just pushing through the base of my heel, and then I'm just putting a bit more movement in. My ankles have been pretty hammered over the years, and the Achilles especially has been quite tight, especially as I dropped from a regular running shoe into the Vivo barefoots. So just on either side, just keeping the chest over the knee and then really pushing the heel back and down. Should feel a pretty good stretch through your calf. And then again, just a little bit of movement around the ligaments just to strengthen them up. From there, just into very basic, I think it's called downward dog, I'm not sure 100%, but this one I'm just pushing back my heels to get a deep stretch into my calves and then also my shoulders, and then coming forward. As you can see, nothing special again, probably seen these moves. It's just a part of the series that I do. From here, just sitting back on my knees, so toes pointing down and just spending some time here. Originally I couldn't do this exercise, my knees were too buggered. And then from there, just trying to get stretch through the back and the lats and on the outside of the shoulders. And just to isolate that lats a bit more is just to switch to one side and just use that outside arm just to pull down and in. And same again on the other side. Just move in the comfortable ranges that you have and try not to move through any pain. If there's a tiny bit of pain, sometimes it's right on the edge of your limit. So moving into the cat-cow. So this one here, just on all fours, and then making sure we move the back and the shoulder blades out, and then into the cow, just the other way around. So I'm really pushing through my hands on the cat and then trying to push my belly button to the ground on the cow. This one's just one I came up with. It just helps my lower back, so really simple movement from side to side. Don't know if it's got a name or anything, but wag the tail, we could probably call it. This one's just one from my old rugby days, so it's trying to mobilize the scapula and the back of the shoulder. So squeezing back and down, just on either side. This one also helps with your posture. Well, it's helped me with my posture and staying strong through my back. This one here is very similar. Okay, so keeping straight arms. This is one that I did through a gymnastics course, and there is a progression which I'll add into the course as well, but this one really good for posture and also helped relieve any pains sort of later in the run. Here, just as you see, just a simple hip flexor stretch with a bit of movement. Okay, the ball and socket joint's got many angles, so just not just focusing on linear lines, just trying to get movement all about. So this one's been really important for me. I was told years ago that my hips were buggered, but I've been focused on them ever since, and they seem to have corrected themselves. So this is just one that I really like doing. Again, the importance of hips and being strong as we get older. So I just move in my range that I've got. I used to have very little range in terms of sideways movement here, but as you can see, I've got much further distance that I can move. This is the couch stretch, so Kelly Starrett, I read his book or books, and before I could not even get into this position. So the first is pushing through the hips. I was a bit tight in my hip flexors on this day, so not a lot of mobility, but also this here I could not even get close to the wall previously, so it's been a work in progress. So just on the other side as well, I'm a little bit more flexible through this side, but every day just trying to get a little bit better. So then sitting back, and again I couldn't even get my cheek to my ankle at all. I was probably at a 45-degree angle when I first started. Now I can get almost all the way back to the wall. This one I really like as well. It seems to work really well for me. I'm not sure if it will for you, but just cross-legged. I couldn't cross my legs a few years ago, but now I can comfortably sit on the ground and cross my legs, and for whatever reason this exercise works really well for me and helps unlock my hips. Here we just have a unique one that I got from the Gymnastic Bodies, or the gymnastic program that I did, and yeah, just another way to stretch the hips and the lower back. This one here I'm not the best at, which is the typical groin stretch. You've probably seen this before, but pushing your elbows into your knees and down, keeping your feet together. Then to save time, I just add a few neck rotations in. I didn't want to turn up the sound here because you could hear my neck from rugby just cracking away. So really important to keep my neck moving. This one here I could not do at all when I first started doing it, so just move within your comfortable ranges. So I just start with keeping one leg up and then move into moving both legs down. So having the one leg up at the start just helps you focus on that one leg's movement, but it's 2 for 1. Also this helps with your shoulders in this position. But again, this exercise is a work in progress for me. Then just into a straight out hamstring stretch. Again, I could not even touch my toes when I first started doing this, but as you can see I'm slowly progressing, and I can actually move forward a little bit with my hands. I think this is called a pike position. So again, subtle difference is pointing the toes at the end. Again, when I first started doing it, this exercise gave me cramp in my arches of my feet, which was quite interesting. This one just similar with the hamstrings, just getting a bit of sideways action. So again, you'll see a popular theme. Instead of working just linear, it's always in multiple angles. And just focusing on the big muscle group and the back end. So just bending the knees at right angles and then getting the chest over one of the knees. Trying to push your chest down to the floor as low as you can. You should feel a good stretch through your glutes. And yeah, that's basically my daily limber. I do a range of those exercises. Only takes me about 10 minutes.